front. You guys obviously see nobody in front of you. You don't need to move up anymore. If you move up anymore, I hit you with the stupid dumb spoon or whatever that thing's called. All right? Because there's no one up in front of you. There's no one to move up to. You guys who can see people in front of you, dress the line up now. Boom. Now, take aim east.
Aim east.
And bang, recover. I'm not going to waste a shot just yet. All right, that's as easy as it is, okay? If we're moving in line, obviously it's not real life. We don't have our peripheral vision. We cannot stay perfectly in line. If you could, well, wouldn't that be fantastic? We wouldn't have to worry about moving around in column as much. But when you're given the halt order, you don't have to worry that much that you're not perfectly in line. You just need to move up to whoever's in front of you and get back on their side. Okay?
Hey guys, what's up, Matt here.
Another way of making sure that you're online or trying to stay online. Charge bayonets.
So without further ado, I'm gonna get back in action.
Take a look at where your bayonet lines up with the guy next to you. All right, use that left alt. Use that as your reference point, okay? That is a nice front reference point for how you're aligned, okay? At 3340, you guys are going to walk for another 10 seconds. 3340 for another 10 seconds. And go.
Stand by. And
Halt, reform the line facing east.
Reform the line facing east.
Reform the line.
Take aim, right oblique, southeast.
Take aim.
Right oblique.
Right oblique.
Right oblique. Southeast.
Fire.
I almost shot you, Stella.
Thanks.
I didn't though.
So that entire movement, reforming the line from our little line movement, took us about 18 seconds. It's not bad. Not bad at all. Especially if the enemy line has already taken a shot at us. They're 2 seconds away from getting their shots back, and we're better shots than everybody else.
Just dress the line right, guys. Just fix it up. PTS.
Go ahead.
I actually have a suggestion for this. What if we tried advancing the line almost like it's a column sideways, but we did it from both ends? Where the guys on the right and left, they started moving. Once you saw the guy on your left or right move, then you went. So it keeps the line, and then when you get the halt order, it's the guys in the end who stop, and the guys just fill in the middle.
That could work. My only fear with that is that the middle of the line would lag behind so much that it would be a really long order, but we can try it really quick. Do me a favor, guys. Dress on my right, facing directly down this open field right here. So dress over here.
On my right.
On my right.
Dress
On
on
my
the
right.
right. Dress left once you enter line.
Enter right, dress left.
Look left, dress left. Guys, the whole line is in front of me right now, and I'm the guidepost.
All right, guidepost. So that's Prattley on the left, and who's my guy here on the right?
Stella.
Stella. On my go, so let's say 31:25. Both Prattley and Stella are going to walk for 10 seconds. Once the person on their side sees them move, they move up. Ready? Go. Halt.
Hold. Hold.
Press it left.
Alright, so we gotta dress left here, guys. Over.
Dress left.
So the potential problem I see with this is also picking a reference point to walk towards.
Yeah.
Because that ended up being very... Granted, this was just the very first try. About face.
About face.
About
About
face.
face.
Same thing, walking for 10 seconds, and go.
Oh, damn it. I fucked up.
Halt.
Hold.
Halt.
Alright, so that's definitely an interesting way to do it, especially if we already have the line generally lined up by company. We could almost file out by both ends, because that's essentially what we're doing there, in a way, is filing out by both ends. That's actually something I've done in Rev War reenacting from time to time.
PTS?
We don't do it often. Go ahead, Tweak.
Oh, I just wanted to express my support for this idea. I hadn't thought of that. I think it's a fucking brilliant idea. It also emphasizes the importance of having NCOs on the ends. But yeah, that's it.
ETS.
Go ahead.
Yeah, the problem with it is that, when you're in a line, you can kind of tell where people are to either side of you, even if you're getting a little in front and behind. If you do it like this, if the, say, two guideposts are running slightly towards each other, then you're going to end up with a clump of people pushing when they try and join the line in the middle.
Exactly.
I actually have an adjustment. I want to see if it affects the speed too much.
Go ahead.
I just want to see the big difference if we did it only by, kind of like how you do firing by files, or by a column where it's the one side, and you only have to watch for your right. So then once you enter, all you have to worry about is dressing the one direction.
Right.
I wonder how lagged that would end up, but if it would keep the organization, it might work out.
Yeah, the only thing is, so the main reason why I will oftentimes call moving up by a line is to keep the line generally abreast of each other. Moving it up one guy at a time negates the effect of having the entire line abreast of each other and getting off a quick volley. So that's the object of moving up in line. Now, if it's simply trying to maintain the organization of the line, and I say, moving by files to the right to the next set of wheat piles, then that's generally a way that it could be done neatly. So let's go ahead and do that. So moving by files, moving by files from the right to this set of wheat piles. Go. So this is generally a tactic that can be used when you're not under immediate fire. You're just trying to move up in some kind of organization, because lining up, if you look at it, it's going pretty well. So that might be something we use, actually. Lining
It's
up
a lot smoother than just the run up into line thing.
Yeah. Well done, Yanni. About face. We're going to do that again.
About
About
face.
face.
Can we try this one at the sprint? I want to see how it is at the sprint and if it gets messy.
Yeah. All right. So when I say go, we're going to do it by files from the left this time. We're going to keep Prattley as our anchor guy on the left there. Okay, when I say go, Prattley, you're going to sprint for, let's say, 5 seconds, and then you're going to halt. And then they're going to form on you, all right? Ready, set, go. Halt.
Dress the left, what's the line?
So it seems like a pretty efficient way of doing it. So let me get my timer out, okay? We might have discovered something here.
Line, guys.
Okay.
Take a step back.
This time, I'll set up the anchor point. We're going to keep going off Prattley, because, well, I'm already on this side. You're going to sprint up, and you're going to reform the line basically by file, or I guess it would kind of be by column here. Okay, starting my timer ready, set, and go.
Just keep your eyes left when doing this. Slow down as you enter.
I'm gonna keep my index finger off the trigger button
17.9
there.
seconds, and that's
That will
not
stab
that
someone
bad
again.
of a run either.
We should try this at a longer distance. That way we can see how really, because the longer we run, the more adjustment we're going to need. So we can try from one end all the way to the back and see how long that takes.
I would
Alright.
say either a longer distance or a less clear marker, like, for example, military cresting something.
Yeah.
Well, again, I wouldn't use this under fire because we are kind of extending the amount of time it takes to line up. For example, I'm going to run up generally the same distance. Okay. Whole line run up, form line on me, go.
At the forward, sprint, sprint.
slow down as you enter.
Slow down, dress it left, dress it left.
Dress left.
seconds. So moving up as a whole line and being able to get a volley off is still faster than the moving up by file. However, again, if we're moving up, we're not under fire, we're just trying to get into a position, we're trying to maintain organization. I feel like this is still a pretty decent tactic, especially if it is kind of like a crowded area, such as West Woods or even East Woods and things like that. Not Nicodemus. Where having, I guess you could say, a thinner target, guys coming up almost in column, although not exactly, prevents less of a target. Alright.
Everybody feel like we're being watched.
I feel like a lone Zouave over yonder is looking at us.
PTS?
Go ahead.
Oh.
I'd like to suggest that we also practice forming a line from a column.
Yes, I was going to get into that. So let's just... So, about face.
About face.
Can I get an NCO on the left-hand side over here?
Yeah, send
Twigo go.
In fact, while we're at it, someone replace me on this right side.
Can I get an NCO on the right-hand side?
Senya's got the right.
Alrighty. Congrats on the promo there, Senya, by the way. Alrighty. So, we're going to retry moving on both ends again, just for the sake of seeing it with two NCOs on either side. Now, what I would suggest is that you guys try to pick your lane, but try to edge it out slightly because guys are going to zigzag and whatnot. Give them space so we don't bunch up and don't have the confusion there. All right? So,
ETS?
Yep.
I think one thing that might be helpful with keeping to a lane would be marking where you are on your compass mentally, and then following that less than, like, eye-sighting it, if that makes sense.
Yep. Both I cannot freaking talk right now. Both methods, there we go, are both equally advantageous if you find yourself a good reference point right in front of you, so the center of your screen, and just W it forward. You should be fine if the compass direction is something that works better for you as well. But if you are on the end cap, I suggest edge it out slightly. Everybody on the inside would have to maintain their position. Now, this is something that would only work with a line probably about max this size. So about 14, 15 guys. Once we get bigger than this, then we're just asking for trouble there. So, forming line by file from both ends. Move forward for 10 seconds. Mark. Halt.
I think we had some confusion there where the right end was double quicking and the left end was sprinting.
My bad, I should have clarified.
Yeah, that is my bad.
But we formed two quite nice lines.
Yeah, this is very nice.
Now the right side of the line and the left.
This would be great for leapfrogging.
Alright, so this will actually work out. So, give me... How many NCOs do we have in our game tonight? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, technically with Mitch. 6. Alright, give me Joe Buzz, Tweak, and give me Mitch. Come to me.
Come hither.
Alright, boys. Come over here so they can't hear me.
So far so good. This drill's actually going really fun.
I can hear you.
PTS, I can still hear you.
Now they're gone, let's all gossip about them.
Yeah,
Doing
yeah.
tongues? What was that?
Yeah, let's gossip about him. Riley's got a girl voice. Got him.
Hey. I'm proud.
Here.
Okay, Corporal Senya, step out in front of the line, please.
Uh-oh.
Take a knee.
Oh, you're in for it now.
You just hate C Company, man.
Alright, my line, take aim at Senya.
Maybe we should give him a chance to explain himself.
Senya, explain yourself.
Is it because he's European sounding, or?
Yeah.
They're like, over there, what the fuck?
Alrighty, my other peeps. Here's what we're going to do.
Doesn't even question it.
Yeah,
I know Prattley can back me up on this, having commanded more than his fair share of battles. One of the most frustrating things to experience is to suddenly get through Discord, we're getting shot at, what do we do? Because you shoot back. However, you can't just stop there and shoot back, because you might shoot your buddy in the back of the head if you're moving in column. So do me a favor, that line ahead over here. Hey guys, come on, go ahead and join the main line over here. What we're gonna do is I'm gonna march you guys up this hill. We're gonna go up and over that fence. We're gonna buy files left, and once we see the bad guys, the NCO at the front of the line is going to shout, form line, form line, form line. And, you know, you will designate whichever side it needs to be on, okay? If there's enough space on both sides, you say, form line, both sides. If there's no space on your left side, you say form line right side. If there's no space on your right side, say form line left side. The point of this is, if I'm commanding or any other officer's commanding, and we're being smart because we don't want to get popped in the face running at the head of a column through woods or something like that, the NCO should be able to assess the situation well enough to be able to decide, hey, that's a full line ahead of me, maybe we should hurry up, form line, so that we can return fire before they can get the jump on us, okay? Now, for today's exercise, a formation of 3 guys will be considered a full line of our equal size, okay? So don't ignore them saying, oh, gee, they're just skirmishers. Right face.
Right face.
Forward at the double quick.
At the double quick.
Forward at the double quick.
Oh, he didn't say march.
Oh, did he say
march?
He didn't say march.
Come on, man.
I'm used to playing with...
Angle it towards the northwest.
We're used to me commanding and just saying things and then running
And
off.
red, too. Like, you guys would, like, go this way, go this way.
Up and over the straight rail fence, and then immediately by files left.
And I'm the worst at having the
Up
habit
and
of
over.
running at the head of the
By
column.
files.
5 files left.
Left.
Stick to the fence.
Go around the right-hand side of the tree.
Oh, form line.
Oh, hey. I mean, at this
Bang,
range,
bang,
you just
bang.
gotta charge him.
Yeah, I know,
Bang,
but
bang.
that's not what he wanted
Charge
us
him.
to...
Oh,
Bang.
Charge.
All right.
oh, bang,
This is
bang.
part of the exercise.
I love the energy.
So it seems our enemy line did a really good job of hiding. So what I like that I heard was, so bad guys go stand over here by this bush, and then everyone else get on the fence. So what I like that I heard was I did immediately hear people yelling form line. I believe that was Senya's voice I heard.
Sure.
Nice job. Now, what I would want to hear from that, I'm sorry I didn't specify this, is it should echo down the line as well, okay? As far as forming a line goes, if it is forming a line off of NCO initiative, if you're not hearing anybody around you and you're a private, and your NCO in front of you is losing his mind saying form line, I want you to echo that command. I know a lot of people say, oh, privates don't echo commands. Use your common sense. If the message is not getting down the line, pass the message along, okay? We don't want to die in silence. We want to die with the battle cry of freedom in our throats, okay? So, let us try this again. Bad guys, go ahead and hide again. Good guys, up and over to the southeast.
Up and over.
Back face, up and over.
No peeking, good guys.
I didn't hear a move.
Form column.
Move over to the east, to the midway down the hill. Midway down the hill, we're not going to go too far.
It's also worth bearing in mind, as it was in that case, that if you are yelling form line when you are 2 feet away from the enemy, it's not really worth it. At that point, you should just engage in the charge and be yelling.
Exactly.
I didn't know it was part of the exercise or not.
On top of
Yeah, we stopped, like, you tried to get us forming line, like, on top of them,
Right,
and I was saying, yeah, this range, we just gotta charge them.
Look at that stupid private. Fucking
Yep.
teabag 'em. Yeah.
Because incredibly important thing to remember, guys, is NCOs are not powerless leaders. You're not just an echo of the of whatever the commander is saying. You're an extension of that commander's will. And you know how much we all want to kill Rebs. If we're walking through the woods and you step on a Reb,
Senya, take the right
stab his
end,
ass.
full
All right? If you're the NCO at the head of a column and we stumble in on the flank of an enemy, or even on their front and they don't see us, we still have the drop on them. Start shouting, charge, 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 zoo, zoo, zoo. And especially if it's on a crowded map like Westwoods or something, just say through Discord, we stumbled on their line, we're charging now. And then the only thing we'd be able to say as commanders is, all right, well, everybody charge. Okay? All right.
And again, this links into what we were talking about at the NCO drill yesterday, or the day before yesterday, I guess it was. It is worth, as an NCO, you do have some initiative. It is worth telling your commander if you're doing something, but if you have to do something, do it.
Exactly. Right face.
Right.
Right.
Face.
Right, face.
Forward to double quick.
Forward at the double quick.
Forward, double quick.
March.
Double quick.
Doubly, doubly.
To the northwest.
Oops.
BTS.
Go ahead.
I would like to point out that since we were ordered by some people to go into right shoulder
Up and
shift,
over.
if you were caught right shoulder
Files
shift
left,
with
right.
enemies on top of you, you would die.
Files left.
Files left. March.
Left.
Yep, and that's one of the reasons why. Get out of desertion. That's one of the reasons why, as soon as we move into any kind of dense wooded area, we go to
Line to the left.
charge
There
bayonets.
you go.
Bang, bang.
Bang.
I don't know.
Fire.
Shoot it.
Bang, bang.
Bang, bang, bang,
Ceasefire.
bang, bang.
Pasky, do you want us to actually kill them, or do you want us to just pretend?
No,
I don't feel like
no,
doing
for
that.
the sake of keeping the exercise alive. All right, bad guys, tap somebody out of line. Rejoin the line.
Joe wants
So-
to go.
Give me 3 more people. Prattley, get up here.
Me.
I'll go.
Give me Eagle.
Yeah.
Press right.
We got this back.
Do you want to be on the end, Joe?
Yes.
Who is this?
Stella.
Oh, Stella.
Stella, get up there. Your beard is.
Yeah, 8 company
Yay.
suicide squad. Let's go.
Yay.
All right, good guys. Left face.
Left face.
Left.
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 Forward. Double quick march.
Forward.
Forward at the
At
double
the
quick.
double quick.
So one thing I noticed from that last attempt is the line got jumbled almost immediately, because I don't think the call got passed down, or at least it didn't get passed down very far. Okay, signifying which sides the line will be lining up on as that point NCO is extremely important. Halt and about face. And this is something that takes practice. Anything that requires initiative takes practice, time, and repetition. This will be our last rep, because then we're going to move into last line standing.
You guys see this?
What
You
have we
guys,
done?
At
guys
the
see-
charge bayonets, forward to the double quick.
Forward. Double
Forward.
quick.
Double
Forward at the
quick.
double quick.
Bayonet.
March. Halt. Give me an NCO at point,
Thank you.
or at the point of the line.
Turn
Sorry.
hall.
I got it.
Tweak has it. All right, forward double quick march.
Double quick forward.
Yeah, it's double quick.
Now I want to hear a cascading of that form line down the line. Boys, this time we're gonna fire, okay?
Okay.
10-4. And go ahead.
Roger.
and
Up and
move in
over.
independent fire as you form the
Over.
line.
Up and over.
5 files left, march.
5 files left.
5 files left.
5 files left.
To the south, to the south. Form line, form line, form line.
There's a right, there's a right.
Independent fires, use the line.
Where are they?
Independent
Where
fire
are
to
they?
the south.
Independent
Aim
fire.
low.
Independent
Aim
fire
low
to the south. Remember to aim high.
Well done
Okay,
that time.
you guys actually shot us. We were only shooting in the air.
Yeah, I told him to actually shoot you guys this time. Alright, so, well done that time, guys. So, that was a very good cascading of form line down the line. The time it took was not bad either. It was definitely sub 10 seconds, although I wasn't especially paying attention to that exactly. But yeah, so what I want to see happen on this initiative forum line is you have to keep in mind that it's something that the officer is not immediately aware of. So if it's me, if it's Prattley or Mac or Red, whoever, we're not going to be able to start issuing out volley orders. Immediately move into independent fire as you join that line, because there is a threat immediately to the front of the line. You don't want to sit there like a jerk with your hands in your pockets going, gee, I wonder what we do next. You're in imminent danger. Fire your weapon, neutralize that danger so that you can go home and sit on Abe Lincoln's knee as he tells you stories about the Union to be. Okay? So what we're going to do now is we're going to fire a quick volley, and then we're going to restart the round. Take aim.
Take aim.
Fire. Kill each other.
Oh shit! I'm in a
No, why?
Hey, Pasky,
Go ahead.
could we practice a little more, like forming a line from a column, but where the column is moving directly into the enemy? We don't have time to like guide it, so that we just have to left face or right face into them.
I
You know what I
got
mean?
one.
I would, but we're getting up there in time. We've only got 20 minutes left.
Okay.
But I'll figure out who's doing TAC review tomorrow and see if we can do a little bit about that. All right? So I apologize.
Sure.
But yeah, definitely can see if we could do that tomorrow, depending on who's doing it. Okay, I'm going to restart the round. Does anybody have any skirmish area requests? Keep it down to a smaller map on Antietam, for the sake of not running half a mile to each other. No requests?
Well, not Miller's cornfield, please. No Miller's cornfield.
We're not going to do Millers. We've got to actually be able to see each other.
Dunkers.
Dunker? Yeah.
Actually, Pry House.
Pry
Yeah, Pry
House.
House. Pry House.
Yeah, I was looking at that one earlier. All right. Boink. And let's make USA the winner this time, as it should be.
Yeah, we did it, boys.
We
Can I get a PTS actually?
Confederate guys definitely won that
What's
round.
that
I just wanna
BTS?
say.
Sorry, I meant to say this earlier, but with that whole once you enter line shooting thing, I almost feel like that should be on the discretion of the NCO, because sometimes it might just be worth it to hold and then get the volley off, because it's almost too late. So you just want to get that good volley fire and then pull out.
So obviously it's always situationally dependent.
Yeah.
However, in my experience, to train moving into independent fire as soon as you're joining that line would be advantageous in many cases, and this is the reason. Oftentimes when we're moving through the woods and we suddenly find ourselves right in front of an enemy, they're getting a volley on us and knocking down like 5 of us. It always happens. Happened to us on actually here, not here on Dunker, because this ain't Dunker, but on Dunker when we were moving through the woods, we would walk right up on an enemy formation and then they would volley the crap out of us. Happens to us all the time on West Woods. Basically anywhere where the terrain is tight. Getting up, getting
DTS
fire
Pasky.
out quick is going to a lot of times be the name of the game, but you are correct. It's absolutely on the discretion of the NCO, because if you're sitting there going, oh, we're right on top of them, but they're not looking at us, right? If we're on their flank, the NCO should immediately say, form line, don't fire, right? But then that should be passed up to Discord as well. Go ahead, Prattley.
Yeah, the one exception to the whole NCOs taking initiative and forming a line thing is if we are currently doing an important objective. So, like, a good example would be Dunkers. I think it was like 2 months ago now. It was, I know, it might have been longer than that. It was when Merc was leading, and we were trying to charge, and we get partway down, and a bunch of people go, there's an enemy there, and start to form line when we had been meaning to charge, which is like the opposite of what you want.
Yeah, exactly. This tactic we were just working on is like specifically for those situations where we're moving, just in a direction, and say we're in a wooded area like on Westwoods. I've got freaking nightmares from Westwoods. And rather than just sitting there going, oh gee, hey, the enemy is there, ordering a forum line so that we can do something about it.
Yeah.
Alrighty. So
Yes.
Go ahead.
Send one guy from Union to Confederate, where you guys outnumber us by 2.
Oh, I'll go.
All right.
Mitch, we got 51st guys.
Yeah, but I suck.
All right. For last line standing, this is how it's going to work. Let's go ahead and meet up on the eastern side of the road. That'll be nice and open. And we're going to sit there and volley on each other. If you die, you will then form a dead man's line on the west side of the road. And then those lines will begin volleying at each other. Okay? If you keep dying, you can just keep joining the dead man's line. And the last line standing on the east side wins. And we're just going to keep doing this to practice our volleys. Any questions?
Are we allowed to use cover, or are we just standing in the open volleying each other?
To start, for our first little round here, just standing in the open. After our first round, once we get a good feel for the ranges, then we can kind of move around side to side, grab some cover, grab a fence, stuff like that. All right?
But for some reason, 2 guys came over when we only needed 1.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay, Senya, come back.
Okay.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
All right. All right, Confederacy, we're going to go ahead and meet them on the east side for double quick. March.
Double quick.
And just for the sake of practicing like we play, if you don't already have your bayonets on, make sure you get them on when you're in position. There we go, exactly, Mitch. And then start angling out to the northeast a bit. Just getting this open field. Alright, start moving it out to the north. And get on my right over here.
Enter right, press left.
Just saying, if we had more people, we would have successive lines. There'd be a whole lot of other rules, but yeah, this is what we got. Alrighty. At 39:55, we can commence on volleys. This is not going to be trading volleys. It's going to be as fast as you can get the volleys out. In-game comes only. Now we can start.
Take aim.
Take it.
Fire. Woo, that was a good one.
I don't think you guys killed any of us in that first fight.
Yeah, you're correct. We didn't.
Well, you killed half of us.
Oh my god!
You need to work on their aiming if they can't even get any of us. That's not, it's like 50 yards.
Take aim.
Take it.
Take aim.
Fire.
The third shot got me.
What do we
Wow,
do?
that was amazing.
So once you die, just as a reminder, you get on the western field, on the west side of the road, and you form a new line and volley from there.
Guy on the left.
Take aim.
Take it. Oh, got me.
Fire.
Hey, you missed.
Finally.
PTS.
Go ahead.
So, like, should we, like, dress the line when people die or no? Just stay where we are?
Always dress a line down. Always dress to the right unless otherwise told.
Take aim.
You are dressing to the left.
Aim.
Okay.
Fire.
We dressing left?
No, right. That was my bad.
So am I just waiting in deployment to take them to the west of the road?
As soon as you respawn, you're moving to the west. Bit of a break from our normal tradition there.
Take aim. One guy left.
Good shit on the Confederate side. Just
Take
want to say
aim.
that shows how faster doesn't
Fire.
always mean better.
I think we got them all.
Are you
I would
still
like
alive
to
over
add
there?
bad shit on the Union side with that
I'm
first
still
one.
alive. I'm the last one left.
That was amazing.
How
I
did
like
we
that.
all miss?
Make the Union proud, Senya.
Let him fire one more.
BTS.
Take aim.
Take aim.
Go ahead.
I think the call
Fire.
for volleys are a little quick. It should be
Okay.
like 4 Mississippi, not like a 3 Mississippi.
Is that for suicide?
Well, we got him.
Good shoot.
I was on rep side.
So now what do we do?
So, that's pretty much our standard timing on calling volleys, but I don't mean to sound like a jerk or anything, but you'll get used to it.
Oblique left to them?
All
we're ready
right.
on the west
I
side
guess.
here.
I mean, I guess that's fair, but like, I feel like I land shots better on 4.
Well, it's also in the name of getting the volley off faster than the other guy. All right, boys, let's reform on the eastern side. Actually, no, the living guys will meet you guys on the western side. This time, we're going to be able to move side to side, grab cover, stuff like that. Almost like it's real times.
So hold fire, guys, for now on the west side.
This
Did that
time-
look like ceasing fire?
You're just not sorry.
They killed full body, man.
So when we die, we go east now?
Yes. Yep. So everybody reform on the west side of the road. Once you die, heaven will be on the eastern side. Howdy there, newcomer.
Howdy.
Anyone still making their way out to the line? We got one guy over here on the Reb side. Any other Reb boys making their way downtown?
Walking fast.
Union, you guys waiting on anybody?
Nope, we're good.
Slow.
Alrighty. At 35:10, recommence war.
I'm not gonna have time to get my bayonet on.
Take aim.
jeez.
Take
Take
aim.
Ow.
Wow. Well, that was fast.
Dropped like 3 of us there.
Why is it always me?
That's okay. You got me too.
Crouching okay?
So are we moving at all, or are we just staying point?
We'll move. Alright,
Dress right.
phase, forward double quick, march on me.
Oh, okay.
You smashed my melon.
Who's aiming for melons? We should be aiming for peepees.
Oh.
Oh.
Anyone from the Union side still alive?
Yeah, there's
I
five
mean,
of us.
Rebel side, I mean. Any Rebel survivors?
3 of us.
I can see 3.
All right, kill the Union, boys.
Are we only doing volleys, or are we independent fire?
Volleys.
Either. Okay, just volleys, cool.
Close enough
Halt.
right there. All right, take aim.
Take aim.
Fire.
We both died, Yanni.
Killed all of us on the east side there.
Oh, hell yeah.
Nice. Good shooting, boys.
Did we get anybody on the east side?
Negative.
Dang it.
I'm here, boys.
Huzzah.
Zoo, zoo.
Move it up.
Move it up.
On pass.
How's the west side doing?
It's okay. They keep popping up, taking shots at us.
Boys, taking it.
It's just 2 of us now.
Stay alive, remember. Death is treason.
Are we allowed to charge past key? There's 1 guy left.
Do it.
I already started hauling ass.
He's running away.
Good man.
Remember, it's okay to run away.
Alright, move back to the old position. They're coming back, and it sounds like we're
Move
about to
back.
reset.
All right, let's go ahead and say Union won that round. Everybody reform on the east side of the road. Hey, look, bodies to mark our old line.
Oh, was it out of bounds, Bradley?
Okay, I survived. 1 of our guys died. Out of bounds.
Oh, that was out of bounds, huh?
Yeah, that was a long way out of bounds where I killed
Hey,
you.
dress right, guys. Dress right.
So I must ask, where are your shoes? Where the hell are my shoes?
We had to
That's-
eat your shoes.
Damn it!
See, I used that toe jam on my toast this morning.
How'd that taste?
Do you want us all forming up there?
I can't respawn, otherwise I'm gonna get banned.
Union form up in your old spot. We're gonna do 1 final round.
So they can just stab me and I'll just respawn. That way.
This one?
Execute Order 66.
That boy committed suicide. He wanted to join the Confederacy.
He was coming right for us.
I saw the white of his eye.
Are we allowed to move our line at all?
We will, yeah. Once time, once it
Okay.
starts.
I was just curious.
All right. So, Union, you're waiting for Senya to come back from the grave. You're welcome. Here's what we're going to do. This next time, moving up is allowed. Okay? Moving side to side is allowed. And both lines will start out of view of the other. So, Union, you will move back to your north and get down to the base of that hill. Rebs, we're going to move into the cornfield.
All right, about face.
About face.
They're not gonna know.
Cover is allowed. Crouching is allowed. And if you have reduced the enemy line to 3 people, melee is allowed. And it's snowing! What a time to be alive, gentlemen.
Just right.
All right, at 28:30, we shall begin.
Hold on, Pasky, can we delay it by 20 seconds? I'm checking where we can actually go on
At
this left side.
28:05.
Dang.
They'll need the extra time. We're gonna run up and get on that split rail fence, boys.
Sounds good.
One per post.
And forward to the sprint. Let's go.
At the sprint.
At the sprint.
Halt here. Anchor on the small bush right here.
Oh, anchor on the bush.
Here we go. Here we go.
Keep your eyes peeled.
Right face. Follow me.
Right face.
Right.
Left here. Keep looking north.
Contact.
In front.
Contact front.
Dead ahead in the road.
Up and over left.
Up and over left.
Up and over left.
What's the order? I didn't get in the back.
Form line to my left. Form line to my left.
Form line.
Form up.
To my left. There you go.
Take aim.
Take aim.
Take aim.
They're running across the field to the right.
Fire.
East.
Move back. Break your reload.
Always
Break
me,
your reload.
every
Break your
time.
Reload.
They're aiming.
Why is it always me?
Just in time? Or are we up and over? I can't.
Yeah, get up and over.
No, we're supposed to stay on this side, aren't we?
Actually, yeah. Stay on the road. And I'm down.
All right, let's get those reloads.
Use the tree as cover, guys.
We can use cover, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. I can still hear you, Pasky.
From
You're
beyond the
gonna sight on them?
grave.
Are we by files, independent fact or still volley?
We're gonna volley.
Okay.
Anchor left or right of the tree.
Let me see if I can get a visual. All right, yeah, I see the smoke. All right, we're gonna go to the right side of the tree. Ready, go. Make a
Swing
line.
out right.
Swing to the right.
Right here. See the smoke out there? Take aim.
Take aim.
Take aim.
In that general direction, it's gonna be to the right of
I
that
think they
smoke.
probably moved.
Fire. Behind the tree.
Back back.
Pull it back behind the tree.
Oh, shit, they're on the fence right there.
Keep your eye on the
I'm getting
swivel.
pushed out of-
I moved just
Anybody
in
get
time.
hit?
Oh.
I think I pushed you guys.
You're retreating back.
Yeah, we're gonna return fire. Anybody get shot?
Yeah, I'm dead.
Oh, damn it.
Fire
they're
one
pulling,
tick
they're
left
pulling
is
back
east.
into the corn. We're gonna go up to that straight rail fence right ahead to the east southeast. Let's
Hey.
go.
Okay.
Form here on my left and right.
Form a line on the straight rail fence.
1-9 per post.
We're gonna move. We're gonna shift left. Let's go left right now.
Left face.
Left.
All right, they're right there in the corn to our right. And halt right here.
Halt.
On this side of the bush.
Damn bush.
Fuck.
This side of the bush. To my right. And take aim in the corn and left.
I don't see. Oh, guys, they're down here. They're down here. They're down here. Come on.
What are the numbers on both sides right now?
It's
We
just-
have 5.
Here they are. Break reload. Brace on the brace.
What about you,
brace,
Rebs?
They're not gonna charge us. They're not gonna charge us. We have too many. They're not.
Yep.
Hold this side of the fence, guys. The charger. Looks like Rebs win.
They did indeed. I messed that up royally.
Good job,
Well,
James.
what I did is I stabbed way too early and didn't hit anyone.
Same. I thought I had the one guy at least, and then I just
Ooh.
kind of stared at them as I was finishing the stab, and they just went, "Okay."
Good job, James.
Won that match?
Alrighty.
Yeah, we did.
So with
No,
the
I mean,
end
no
of our
lie.
final last line standing
did no
round,
shooter
which
shots
I hope we
into
get
the
to play
corner,
sometime
so
with larger
some of
lines.
those
I
It's
know.
gonna be a lot of fun. Everybody meet at point.
Remember, sometimes it's better to hold your shot so you can actually see what you're shooting at.
Yeah, I thought.
Especially you know that they're like less than 10 feet away.
Yeah, I thought I got a good shot on him. Oh, got it, and nope.
Yeah, I think you, me, and whoever else is with us on the end all had our shots left, and that's really what turned that fight.
I actually would appreciate if a couple rebs came to spawn, even if you just respawn, that'd be cool. Because I would like to spawn in as an officer, because I'm high maintenance.
Anybody going to him?
At
Yeah,
least
I'm gonna
keep
come
that.
over.
Sweet, thank you.
You guys at the end of the road, some of you go run to them.
Basky, I
have
believe
enough
it's a
to
short
your
enough run for you to actually make it.
Yeah, but part of me doesn't want to take the chance. The
I
other
missed
part of
what
me
he was
just,
talking about.
you know, wants to be the prima donna enough to have the escort.
I'll go with you.
I bet I wasn't paying attention. I'm on the way back.
Running down the road. Yay! Thank you, boys.
I'd rather die by these gentlemen in harness than by
That was amazing.
Alrighty, thank you all very much for coming out tonight. Even just a little bit of practice, even if it's done more casually than our other bits of practice, can be beneficial. I personally like to run drills both sternly and casually. I like to shake it up. I like to have a little bit of fun. So again, thank you guys all for coming out tonight. I hope you had fun. I hope you enjoyed stuff. And I hope we all learned a bunch of stuff together. Pratley, does Ninth A have anything tonight?
Nothing tonight.
Cool. B does not have anything.
D Company has some stuff, but I'm doing that for the TAC review.
Cool. Alrighty. Go ahead.
Actually, Pasky, recruit Matt. This is your first drill. Attend one more, aka the TAC review tomorrow, and you will be promoted to the rank of private. Hope to see you for many more weeks to come.
Yeah, I won't be able to make it tomorrow, but I'll definitely be here Saturday though.
Alright, sounds good.
Alright, now for our last bit of carnage, give me both lines facing each other in the road. So, Rebs dress on this set of trees here, and then Union dress on this set of trees.
You're making the poor boys kill each other instead of their officers.
This isn't gonna end, my boys. Smile for the
Boys,
cameras.
I suggest we mutiny.
Actually, I kind of like.
Officers, myself included. No pistols.
Everybody aim for Crowley.
Agreed.
Time to play some double pin bowling. We're gonna kill each other in this road and see who really is the last line standing. At 19:25, we're gonna kill each other.
Spread your shots, aim across from you.
No, don't shoot, it's all melee. Sorry, should have said that. All melee.
Oh, all melee.
Go, kill each other.
Same shit.
You guys killed me quickly.
I got 2.
If we were to volley each other, I was gonna definitely make our line shoot Pratley.
Alrighty guys, thanks for watching the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Like, subscribe, comment below, and I'll see you guys later.